welcome to Arty Party, and we've got a jam-packed show for you today. Isn't that right, Arty?
Yes, we do, and I'm very excited.
Yes, he is.
Oh, Connor?
Yes.
Connor?
Yes, Arty?
Is it time for Crafty Corner yet?
No, not yet. We've only just started, and we've got loads to get through before then, including all this. We have a special dance from Footlights Theatre School, so don't forget your dancing shoes, Arty.
As well as that, we get to find out who our special star of the week is this week.
And later, Joe's here to tell us all about his favourite musical instruments. But what could it be? Before all of that, it's time to introduce a very, very special guest. She's our artist for this week's Great Create. But before we meet her, let's have a little look at some of the incredible artwork she's done so far.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of that then, Arty?
Wow, that looks amazing.
Yeah, you see, I told you she was good. So you at home have been voting all week on our website to decide what our Great Create will be made out of this week. And I can finally reveal that this week's Great Create will be made out of... toilet roll!
Woo!
Yes, fantastic. Well, good luck with that one, Anila. Now, shall we see what she's got planned for this week's Great Create and if she has any idea how to make it out of toilet roll?
Yeah,
Let's have a look.
Hi Connor and Arty. Well, I've never made anything out of toilet roll before, so I'm going to give it a good go. Here are some clues to get you started. You can find them in the forest. 99% of their diet is a certain plant type, and they only live up to 20 years old. So now it's time for me to get started.
Well, great clues there, Anila. I wonder what she's making this week. Any ideas, Arty?
I don't know. It bog rolls the mind.
Oh dear. He loves his toilet humour, he does. Anyway, we'll be coming back to Anila a little later in the show to see how she's getting on. And if you, yes you, want to get involved with next week's Great Create, you can. Head to the website cbbc.co.uk/.
Arty Party!
Yes.
Woo!
And click on Have Your Say to choose what next week's Great Create will be made from. But now, Arty, it's time to get your dancing shoes on, as Footlights Theatre School are performing a very special dance just for us. Let's take a look. Well, what do you think of that, Arty? Are you all right, Arty?
Oh yeah, they were really good. Oh, I'm so tired from all that dancing.
Why don't you take a break? Well done, guys, for showing us all your moves. Thanks so much for coming in. And next week, we've got the children from Salford Stagecoach performing a song from The Lion King. Fantastic. So we're looking forward to that one too, aren't we, Arty?
Yeah, yippee!
Arty, why are you getting so excited all of a sudden? Oh, yes, I know. It's almost time for Crafty Corner. Well, don't go making any mischief this week. I know how you get. You get really excited and something always goes wrong.
Okay. I won't.
Well, as you already know, this is Crafty Corner. Fantastic. Arty's favourite part of the show, isn't that right, Arty?
Yeah!
Yes, indeed, and I can have you know, this is the craftiest corner you are ever going to find. Well, today... Hold on, everyone, so we're missing some of the stuff for today's make. Arty, do you have anything to do with this?
No.
I think you do. You're always up to some kind of mischief. Anyway, it looks like we're going to have to go on our own little mission to find a jar, some tissue paper, and a tea light. So, follow me. Right, now, we're going to have to look very far and wide, it seems. Arty's always very crafty with this kind of thing. Nothing down here. Let's see where else. You seen it? No? Under here, maybe? Aha! There we are. The tissue paper. Right. And 2 more things to find now. Okay. Nope. Nope. Just a load of old wires. There it is. Right out of reach. The jar. So now we've got 2 things, and we need to find the tea light now. Maybe behind these boards. Let's check this one. Nope, nothing. Aha! There we are. The tea light. So now that we have everything, it's time to start our make. Well, there you are, Arty. Here are all the stuff that you were hiding around the studio.
You found it?
Yeah, you thought you could get away with it. No, not with me. Now today, we are making these wonderful little lanterns that you can use to decorate your rooms, or you can use as a nightlight, just in case you're like Arty and are scared of the dark.
I'm not scared.
Okay, Arty, okay, whatever you say. Now, for this make sure you have all the items that we found on our treasure hunt. You will need a jar, just like this. You're also going to need some tissue paper. You're right, Arty.
There you go. There you go. There's some tissue paper for you.
Well, no, Arty, I don't think we need this kind of tissue paper. This kind of tissue paper here. You're also going to need some black or white card. You're going to need some scissors, some PVA glue, and of course, the all-important tea light. Fantastic. Now, once you have all your stuff, the first thing you're going to need to do is decide what kind of design you would like inside your jar. Now, this can be anything you like, from robots to fairies. Now, since we're making a nightlight, Arty, I've already made a lovely little star here that we could put inside our jar.
Oh, yeah, that's really
Absolutely
cool. I like
fantastic. Now, once you've got your shape, you just need the jar to stick it in. Now, you can use any kind of glass jar for this. It could be a jam jar or a pasta sauce jar. Just make sure you have permission from a grown-up before you use it, and make sure it's all cleaned out so there's no messy bits in there. Arty, he had a curry last night and very kindly brought in that jar for us to use. Thank you very much, Arty.
Oh, that was a big curry, wasn't it?
It smells like a strong curry, Arty. Now, once you have your jar and your shape, you just need to stick that on the inside like this. Now, you can use some sellotape or some glue to do this, but make sure it's nice and secure and it doesn't fall down like that. Once you've done that, your jar will look a little bit more like this. Fantastic. A star and a butterfly right there. Now, it's time for the messy bit, the painting. Take your little paintbrush and dab it in some of that lovely PVA glue. It's a bit sticky, that. And then all you need to do, chip off the excess and paint it along the outside of the jar like this. Now, don't worry, you don't need too thick of a coating for this. It's more than enough for it to stick. What do you think of that, Arty?
Yeah, it's really good.
Fantastic. Now, before it dries, what you need to do very quickly is take your tissue paper and your scissors. You need to quickly cut a small bit of tissue paper off, like that, and stick it onto the outside of your jar, so it's nice and secure. Now, we're using white tissue paper today because that's Arty's favourite colour, isn't that right, Arty?
Yeah, it's my favourite colour.
Yes, fantastic. But you can use any kind of colour you like. You can use your favourite colour, it can match your room, whatever you want. Now, of course, the cutting of the tissue paper can be a little bit fiddly, so make sure that you have a grown-up around to help and be very careful with the scissors.
Snip, snip.
Yes, snip, snip indeed. Now, you carry on gluing, you carry on cutting, and you carry on sticking until your jar looks a little bit more like this one here.
Oh, whoa.
Fantastic. Now, it's very simple. All you have to do is open the lid, take your tea light. Now, don't worry if you can't find a tea light. Fairy lights will do just fine for this make. Put it inside the jar, close the lid, and there you have your very own lantern. Fantastic.
It's gone dark. I'm scared.
Well, don't worry, Arty. Don't worry. The lights from the lantern will keep you nice and bright at night.
Oh, yeah, they're really
Fantastic, isn't it? Brilliant. Now, that is very cool. We'll be heading back to Crafty Corner a little bit later on, but first we've got loads to get through before then. And of course, you can look online at cbbc.co.uk/
Arty Party!
Yes,
Whoa.
to view our gallery and watch what me and Arty get up to behind the scenes as well. Now, shall we have a look at how Anila's getting on?
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Hi Connor, I'm about halfway there now, and I'm going to give you one more clue. This animal spends around 12 hours a day just eating.
Oh, it's looking good now. Do you know what it is yet, Arty?
Yeah?
Oh, you do? What is it then?
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you.
Keeping secrets, that's fine by me. Anyway, we'll be back to Anila at the end of the show for the final reveal, so don't you go anywhere. Now it's time to find out who your star of the week is, Arty.
Yeah,
Yes, so
woo.
let's take a look.
Let's find out who the star of the week is.
Unhappy.
Are we all happy?
Oh, this looks interesting. They've been in lots of adverts. Our star of the week is...
Hi, my name is Lily Barber. I'm age 11 and I come from Halifax.
Hello, Lily. You can sing, dance, and act. But which is your favorite?
My favourite out of the three would be singing because I enjoy singing more and I do a lot more of it than the other two.
What is your favorite thing that you've been in?
I enjoyed being a part of the Chester Zoo advert.
Become an intrepid explorer at Chester Zoo with 6 Southeast Asian islands.
And I made the theatre production.
Wow. And Lily, have you ever met anyone who's famous?
Not really, apart from myself.
Oh, that's awesome. Can you describe yourself in 3 words?
I would say I am confident, a little warrior, and a big, bright, shining star.
And modest. If you could be anyone for a day, who would you be and why?
That's kind of hard, but I love Little Mix. It's my favourite girl band. And I would be Jade because she is my favourite out of the 4.
So, you say you can dance,
Yes.
but will you show us your moves? Not bad, Lily.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being our star of the week. Woohoo! Ha ha ha!
Well, very well done, Lily. And if you think you've got what it takes to be our star of the week, all you have to do is upload a video of yourself explaining why to our website, cbbc.co.uk/
Arty Party!
Right
Woo!
on cue there, but make sure you ask a parent or a guardian first. Did you enjoy chatting to Lily, Arty?
Yeah, she was great. Oh, she had some really cool dance moves.
She did, didn't she?
But she didn't show me any of her singing.
Oh, well, don't worry, Arty. I'm pretty sure next week's Star of the Week will give you a song or two.
Yay!
Actually, speaking of songs, it's time for some music. I have a moment with our musical guru Joe Connor telling us all about his favourite musical instrument. So without further ado, it's time for our moment of music. So Joe, thank you very much for coming in and joining us today for our moment of music.
It's a pleasure to be here, Connor.
Oh, fantastic. Now, what have you got there?
So today I've brought in the ukulele.
Oh, fantastic. How long have you been playing the ukulele?
Probably since I was about 8 years old, so quite young, really.
Brilliant. Now, it looks a lot like a guitar. What are the big differences between the ukulele and the guitar?
Well, quite a lot of people call it a baby guitar because it's a lot smaller. But the main difference is it's got 4 strings, whereas the normal guitar's got 6 strings.
All right, so what are the 4 strings on this ukulele?
So we've got a C, an E, a G, and an A. And then we just play different versions to make different chords.
Fantastic. Now, I notice there's a big hole in the middle of the ukulele there. Is that meant to be there?
Yeah, it is. Arty's not been at it with the drill. It makes the sound louder on the ukulele, so everyone can hear it.
All right, fantastic. Now, how long have you been... I know you've been playing the ukulele for a very long time. Is it a difficult instrument to try and learn?
It's actually one of the easier instruments to learn because, like I said, it's got less chords, so less strings, sorry, so less chords, so easier finger placement.
Fantastic. So do you think the audience out there could pick this up very easily?
Oh, definitely. Anyone could pick up this instrument.
Encourage everyone to try the ukulele. Fantastic. And is it your favourite musical instrument?
It's one of my favourite musical instruments, definitely.
Fantastic.
It's up there.
Well, that's absolutely wonderful. Well, that's all we have time for our moment of music. Thank you very much, Joe. But before we leave, could you play us out with a little bit of ukulele music?
Oh, only if you whistle along, Connor.
I will try my best for you, sir.
Okay.
Harder than you think. There we are, fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us, Joe. And if you want to see more from our moment of music, head to the website cbbc.co.uk/Arty Party and you can see what else Joe has played for us on there. Well, some great facts there about the ukulele from Joe, and you can join us next week for our moment of music where we're going to be talking all about the bongos. Fantastic, and it sounds like it's going to be a banging moment of music. You get it, banging, because it's just a... Sorry, never mind. Well, did you know all that about the ukulele then, Arty?
No, I didn't. Oh, but I do now. Oh, and it comes from Hawaii.
Yes.
Joe was really good at it.
He was.
And you're really good at whistling too, Connor.
Oh, well, thank
and
you,
I'm really
Arty.
good at whistling too. Do you want to hear some?
Okay.
Here we go.
Well,
Really
thank
good,
you,
yeah.
Arty, for wetting my whistle, I suppose. Well, guess what? It's nearly time for the second part of Crafty Corner.
Yippee!
Yes, fantastic. Well, hold your horses, Arty. Hold your horses. First, we've got to go and find out where you have been visiting this week. Did you have fun?
Oh, yeah, it was really good.
The place of the week is Media City. Wah-ha-ha-ha. Come and follow me on an adventure. Come on, let's go. Hep. Uh-oh. Hep, hep. I'm stuck. Ah! Does anybody know how to get to the Blue Peter Garden? Excuse me? Excuse me? Waha! This way! Yeah! Let's go! Aha! Our first stop is the Blue Peter Gardens. Oh, it's really nice here. Our next stop is the Imperial War Museum. Come on, guys, let's go! Woohoo! Wah! Oh, wow! Haha! This is the Imperial War Museum at Media City. It's free to enter, and you can come in and see what it was like back in the good old days. Haha! Whoa! This is the BBC Studios, home of Arty Party, and also some of your favorite TV shows on TV today. Woohoo! Well, kids, I've had a wonderful day at Media City today. It's absolutely fantastic here. You've got to come down and see it for yourself, all the fun and exciting things. I've had a great day. Thanks very much. Bye now. Wah!
Well, it looks like you had a lot of fun out there in Media City, Arty. What was your favourite part?
My favorite part was the Blue Peter Gardens. I had lots of fun in there, and you could play hide and seek. Oh, and there were slides too. Whee!
Fantastic, sounds like a lot of fun. Well, where are you heading off to next week?
Next week, I'm off to York to visit York Minster and the Shambles.
Oh, it sounds brilliant. Well, make sure you bring me back something next time, okay?
Well, I'll see. I'll see how much money I've got in my
Okay,
wallet.
fantastic. But now we're heading back over to Crafty Corner, and this time we're getting a little bit musical.
Ooh.
Well, last week here on Crafty Corner, we had you making maracas, and here's one that was sent in from Jessica in Durham. What do you think of this one, Arty?
Oh, that's really good. Give it a shake, give it a
I
shake.
will indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Have a listen to that fantastic sound. Well, very well done, Jessica. Now, this week we're going to be making a 3-in-1 instrument for maximum noise levels. So let's have a look at the 3 instruments we're going to be combining. First, we're going to be using a bongo. Now, this is an Afro-Cuban instrument, and they come in loads of different shapes and sizes. Now, they usually come as a pair, and they've been around since around the 19th century, so a very long time ago, very old.
Yeah, almost as old as you, Connor.
I'm not that old. Very rude thing, very rude thing. Now, the next thing we're going to be using is a rain shaker. Now, this is a percussion instrument, and when you flip it upside down, it sounds a lot like rain.
Oh,
Yes, it certainly does. Now, we get a lot of rain in Manchester, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We get lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of rain.
Yeah, so we certainly know what that sounds like. And of course, the last instrument is a gyro. Now, this is a Latin American instrument, and this is played by rubbing a stick along the ridges on the side of the instrument. Can you try that, Arty?
Okay.
I'll pretend to be the gyro here.
Okay,
And
okay.
you have a stick.
Okay, I'll just pretend I've got a stick.
Yes.
Here we go. Okay. It's not making any noise.
Well, no, it
It's
wouldn't.
not-
But
it's still not making any noise.
You've got the right idea. Don't worry, Arty. Don't worry.
okay.
Now, you know all the instruments. It's time to get crafty. Now, the things you'll need for this to make are a tin. You're going to need a balloon like this. You're going to need some string or elastic band. And of course, you're going to need a little bit of dried rice. Now, the first thing you're going to make sure is that your tin has one side open and the other end is closed up, just like that. Now, once you have your tin, you're going to take a small amount of dried rice, probably about a handful. Now, the reason why it has to be dried is because of the sound it makes. Now, you'll hear it when I pour it into the tin like this. Hear that sound there? Fantastic. So now we've got a lot of noise in our tin. It's time to close it up. Now, the best way to do that is by taking our balloon and taking our scissors once again. And all we're going to do is we're going to cut off the small end of the balloon, the part that you blow inside. So, using our scissors very carefully, cutting the end off like that. So you have something that looks a little bit more like this.
Oh, okay.
And then when you take your balloon and you try your best to wrap it over the top of the tin. Now, this can be a little bit fiddly, but it should look a little bit something like that. Now, of course, be very careful when using the scissors to cut the balloon. And be very careful when wrapping over the top of the tin as well. You don't want any sharp edges on the open end. We don't want anyone hurting themselves. So make sure you're very careful. Maybe ask a grown-up to help you at this point.
Yeah, grown up like you, Connor.
Yes, a grown-up like me. Then all you do is you take your elastic band or your string and you tie it round the tin to make sure it's all nice and secure. Now, it doesn't matter how good you are with knots. A small knot will do, a big complicated knot will also do. You can also ask a grown-up again to help you with this bit. And once you've got that, you have your very own fantastic instrument, and you can use any colour balloon you like. Look at this array of colours we've got here. Look at that.
Yeah, I
Arty.
like red. Red's a really good color.
Red is fantastic. Shall we have a go with this instrument?
Yeah, give it a go.
Yes. Bit of a shake and a bit of a bang there.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at that. And
Yeah.
also, I'll just use the back end of this paintbrush here. Very much like a gyro.
Ah, okay.
Yes, we've got a 3-in-1 instrument, a gyro, rainy, bongo, thinger, majig. Haven't really thought about the name, have I?
Work on the name a little bit more,
I
Connor.
will work on the name a little bit more. But right now, it's time to have a look at the wonderful pictures that you sent in to Arty's gallery over here. Look at that, Arty.
Whoa.
Shall we go through a few of them?
Yeah, let's go. Let's
Fantastic. We're going to start with Kate from Darlington, who sent in this lovely photo of a bear here. Look at that.
Yeah, I really like that. I like the yellow, and
Yeah.
I like the red stripes.
Just
Yeah,
like
it's really
you,
good.
yellow and
Yeah,
red.
Yeah, yellow and
Yes,
red.
I can see why you like that one now. Fantastic. Our next drawing here is from Emily in Manchester. And have a look at this. There's the planet Earth there. Got a lovely set of stars, a nice distant purple planet And look inside that spaceship. There's an alien.
Ah,
Yes.
aliens! I don't like aliens. They're really scary.
Calm down, Arty. Calm down. It's not a real alien. Look, it's just a drawing.
Oh, you sure?
Yes, I'm absolutely sure.
Positive?
Don't worry.
Okay.
It wouldn't be in your gallery otherwise. Now look at this lovely self-portrait here from Lucy in Birmingham. Look at that. A lovely yellow dress and a nice big smile. That's what I like to see. What do you think of that, Arty?
Yeah, that's really good. I like that one too.
Fantastic. Up at the top, right there, we've got Kaylee. Now look at that fantastic, lovely flowers, all purple and pink. They're nice and pretty, aren't they?
Yeah,
It's something
yeah.
you could give to your mum on Mother's Day, potentially.
Yeah,
Pretty as a
that'd be a
picture.
really
We've got
nice gift,
one more
wouldn't
thing
it?
here. Kasim in London has sent in this fantastic robot. Now this is very creative. All he's done is he's used some tinsel. He's used some yogurt pots for legs and arms. He's used some tin foil to make the robot nice and shiny. He's used some sponges for eyes and some buttons. That's really, really creative. What do you think of that, Arty?
Yeah, I really like it. Oh, let's talk in robot voices. I am a robot. I am a robot. Does not compute. Does not compute.
Very good, Arty. Fantastic.
Beep, boop,
Well,
beep.
very well done, Kasim, and very well done to everyone who sent in a photo, a drawing, or a painting, or even a sculpture. Fantastic. And don't forget, if you want to send us some of your artwork, head to the website, click on Gallery, and you can find out how to do it there. And if your picture or sculpture is shown, you can win a badge just like me, your very own Arty Party badge. What do you think of that, Arty?
Yeah, that's really
Fantastic,
cool.
magical.
Where's my
Well,
badge?
Well, you've got your badge at home, haven't you? And this is your party after all.
That's true.
Well, Arty, it's now time for the big reveal of the Great Create with Anila. Shall we see what she's made out of the toilet paper?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's have a look.
And if you guessed panda, you guessed right.
Well, very well done, Anila, and well done to you if you guessed panda. And don't forget, you can vote for next week's material for the Great Create by going to our website, cbbc.co.uk/.
Arty Party!
Yes,
Woo!
and click on Have Your Say. Well, thank you very much, Anila. She's been fantastic, hasn't she, Arty?
Yeah, she sure has.
Yes, well, unfortunately, it's come to the end of our show.
Oh,
But don't worry,
no.
Arty, we've made lanterns, we've made musical instruments, we've witnessed a masterpiece being made out of toilet roll, we've learned what the ukulele was, we've seen some excellent dancing, and had a lovely chat with Lily, our star of the week. And breathe. And don't forget to head over to our website. And if you complete this week's jigsaw, you could be in a chance of winning one of these very special Arty Party badges. Fantastic. Well, it's been a fantastic show, everyone. But don't forget to join us next week for more mischief and madness from Arty and a whole load of other stuff here on Arty Party. We'll see you soon.
Bye!
Goodbye, everyone. Yes.
Yeah!
Party time.
Balloons!
Yes, you love blues, don't you, Arty?